Yes, people, Arsenal with Ash. What a load of rubbish that was. Arsenal 2, Crystal Palace 2. The scoreline does the game too much justice, sorry. Yeah. It was just rubbish. I nearly fell asleep at one point. What a poor performance. Both teams were clearly cautious and had not even one eye, both eyes on their upcoming semi-finals. Obviously, Palace in the FA Cup semi-final and our Champions League semi-final. So yeah, there was just there was no intensity really. He got that in parts. No one really wanted to engage in any challenges. There was hardly any tackles. It was just flat game and poor performance from us, man. And one thing I didn't want us to do was to lose the game and hand Liverpool the title like that. We practically have anyway, but to actually lose ourselves and make them at least do it themselves. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was a poor performance from the boys. We started with a pretty strong team as well. The front, what, 5, 8, the first 8 players are the players that we're going to see, well, apart from Partey because he's suspended, team we're going to see in next Tuesday against PSG. And then obviously Martinelli as well. Probably only 2-3 changes that are going to be made. So yeah, it's not worrying because I can tell that they were playing with the handbrake completely on. But in terms of momentum, it would have been nice to have the 3 points and be able to continue that into the next week game. But we've got a 6-day break now. 6 days to prepare for the biggest game of the Emirates era so far. Yes, we've played a Champions League semi-final there before against Man United. I don't know if you remember that, quite a few years back. But this one is one where we feel we should actually get to the final. We should be going and beating PSG. That's how I feel anyway. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game. And we've got some injury concerns again. I'm just tired of it. Marino wasn't in the squad. Ben White wasn't in the squad, although I'm hearing that might have been to do with the birth of his baby. I'm not that's not been verified, so I'm not sure. But yeah, Marino's a concern because obviously he's been in brilliant form for us. And yeah, at one point Timber nearly done his ankle or his knee. That was scary. Saka was on the bench, obviously, from that probably still suffering from that challenge from Leif Davis on Sunday. So yeah, all in all, it weren't a great night. Fair play to Palace. They scored 2 great goals. Eze's goal, mental. And Mateta's goal, mental. Another Saliba mistake, unfortunately. It's just a lapse of concentration. He's played so much football this season. Mentally, he's probably tired. Had some high intensity games recently, obviously, against Real Madrid, where his concentrations had to be A1. Obviously, he did make that one mistake against to allow Vinicius to score. But I'm not going to be hard on him, man, because he has been so good over the last few years since he's been here. Yes, this isn't probably his best season, but he's still been at a top level, and we saw that against Madrid. And I'm sure against PSG he's gonna be A1 again. So yeah, that was unfortunate, but he'll be fine. He'll be absolutely fine. But yeah, we've got a tough last 4 games, you know. I was looking at the fixtures, yeah. With 6 points ahead of City in third. I don't want to be finishing third. Yes, it doesn't really matter if we finish third or fourth or second, but I want to be second. At least we should be second and not dragged into that little fight there. But our next game is Bournemouth at home, which is in between the PSG games. Tough game regardless of the PSG games, but with that in mind, it's going to be rotated side. Then we go to Anfield. Obviously, they're going to be champions. They're going to be on a high. That's going to be after the PSG second leg. So the boys might be mentally fatigued after that game. Who knows? And then we have Newcastle at home, who are going to be fighting for their lives because they want to get into the Champions League. Tough game regardless as well because they're a good side. And then on the last day of the season, we go away to Southampton, which could potentially be the week before the Champions League final. So could we see rested players there as well? I don't know. But yeah, we need to make sure we secure second. Obviously, the main focus is going to be on the Champions League, and I can't wait to get to the Emirates next week. But yeah, hopefully the boys rest up, train well, prepare well, and we go to war. But yeah, player ratings for that game against Palace. I'm going to start with David Raya in goal, who was really poor. For the first time this season, probably, he was really poor. On the ball, giving the ball away in dangerous areas. Flapping at things, misjudging things. He isn't actually really at fault for any of the goals. But yeah, there could have been a couple of more goals from Palace due to how David Raya was playing. So yeah, one of his poorer games for the team. I'm going to probably give him about a 3 out of 10. I thought he was that bad. Timber at right back, I thought he had a good game, solid again. Got the assist for the Trossard goal when he stepped into midfield and wrapped the pass into Trossard, who took it well. And yeah, I thought he had a good game. He had a good game, and luckily the main thing is he seemed to have got through it injury free. But yeah, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Saliba, I thought up until the mistake, I thought he was so good. Dealt with Eddie, didn't get nothing out of him. Even when Mateta came on, he done okay against him as well. He was comfortable on the ball, but I think he just had a lapse of concentration, which ultimately led to us dropping points. So yeah, but I'm not going to be too harsh on him. I'll probably give him a 6 out of 10. Kivior, I thought, was probably our best player. He was really good. He was really good. Obviously got the goal, great header from him. He then had a couple of good defensive actions where he blocked Nketiah's shot that was pretty much going in. And yeah, I think he's going from strength to strength, and that's what we need. We need a confident Kivior to be going up against PSG. So yeah, big him up. That's my man of the match. I'll probably give him a 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Left back Lewis Skelly, I thought he was okay. I thought he was a bit slow on the ball at times. Defensively a little bit slow as well. Not completely at his best, but we can forgive him, man. He's 18 years old and he's having a breakthrough season to dream for. So yeah, I'll probably give him maybe a 7 out of 10 at best. Partey, I thought was really good. I thought he was so good, classy on the ball. Just taking touches to take the ball under pressure, get himself out of trouble, controlling the game when he could, and we're gonna miss him, and I'm still fuming with him. Absolutely fuming that he's suspended for this first leg of the PSG game. But it is what it is. I'll give him an 8 out of 10. Odegaard, I thought, was poor giving the ball away first half in silly areas. He was caught up in that mix-up with Saliba. It wasn't really his fault, but the way Mateta dashed him, like somebody called ragdoll. So yeah, it wasn't a great performance from Martin. He got the assist for the Kivior goal, it was a good delivery, but yeah, apart from that, it didn't really affect the game. So I'll probably give him a 6 out of 10 at best. Declan Rice, I thought, was pretty much non-existent. Had a couple of shots in the first half, which were good efforts. But apart from that, he ended up with a yellow card as well, with fouling Nketiah. I don't think he was quite at it. But we can forgive Dec, man. Dec gives his all every game, and I'm sure he's going to be at his best against PSG. So yeah, I'll probably give him a 6 out of 10 as well. Martinelli on the left was okay. Decision making at times wasn't great, but he is a constant threat, and he doesn't stop working. So yeah, it didn't really affect the game too much. I'll give him a 6 out of 10 as well. Trossard down to 9. He done okay. Drops into the hole, doesn't he? Gets on the ball, sprays the ball a bit. Took his goal really, really well, but yeah, in terms of an actual threat, and that's why I'm praying Marino is fit, because I don't want to see Trossard at 9 against PSG. I think it's too easy to defend. But yeah, I'll give him a 7 out of 10. And Sterling on the right, again, flattered to deceive, man. He's so poor, man. Every time he gets the ball, it's just nothing. He tries to go down the line, it's like he's lost his sharpness, he's got no skill anymore. I don't know what's going on. The sooner this loan ends, the better for both parties. 5 out of 10 best. Saka came off the bench. Ethan came off the bench. Tierney came off the bench. I can't remember if there was anyone else that came off the bench, but yeah, there wasn't really any. Like I said before, the game was flat, man. It was flat. I can't see. There's not really much to talk about, honestly. So yeah, we move on. PSG, next game. Big game. Stay tuned for the content on that one. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. And yeah, let's get ready for the big one, man. Let's get ready.